Welcome to the video here at Automotive Addiction, and today we're going to show you the differences between the Audi RS6 GT, which is the most expensive car Audi has ever sold, and a fully spec'd Audi RS6 Carbon Vorsprung. This has every single option you could get for a Carbon Vorsprung, and the difference between them is £60,000. So by the end of this video, let us know in the comments if you think this is worth the premium. Okay, let's get into it. The first place we're going to start is the visual differences. This car is more than just its livery. The front ends are completely different. Let's start with the bonnets. This bonnet's carbon fibre, this one's aluminium. This one has a visual stripe in the bonnet, which is actually exposed carbon fibre and is partially painted from Audi at factory. Moving on to the front wings. The front wings on this car is also carbon fibre, and this one is aluminium. The wings on the GT actually have an air outlet at the back, which takes out all the turbulence from the wheel arches to increase handling at higher speeds. Moving on to the front bumper, it is completely redesigned on the GT. As you can see, it's much more aggressive, it's deeper and wider, and if you look really closely, the grille is actually different. The actual honeycomb is bigger as well, and that front splitter is really menacing. Also, this part is partially painted, just like the bonnet, but this time, the lower section is gloss black and the upper section is white. Also, little other differences, the badging on this car is bespoke to the RS6 GT, and on this it's like other Audi RS models, but there is one advantage that this car has over this one, and that is its night vision camera. If you look in the rings, you can see the little camera. This RS6 GT did not come with that option. Every single RS6 GT came in the same specification. The only options were white, Nardo grey and black. Okay, let's move on to the wheels. On the RS6 GT, they have bespoke 7-spoke wheels, which is a hark back to the 80s and 90s cars that they did in a really retro design. These are also super lightweight. On the normal RS6, they're actually beautiful wheels as well, but these are 5-spoke. Now, both these cars house the RS ceramic braking system underneath the wheels, because both of them are high-spec cars. The RS6 GT comes with it as standard. On the normal RS6, it is a £7,000 option. But we'll get into the mechanical differences later. Let's carry on with the visual parts. Moving on to the roof. Every single RS6 GT came with an aluminium roof. No roof rails, no pan roof. Where the RS6 has a panoramic sunroof and roof rails. Purpose in this RS6 GT is motorsport, so it makes sense not to have a heavy pan roof. But is that an advantage? Because this is supposed to be a daily car. What's your thoughts? Moving down the side of the car, this is where these cars are identical. The doors, the rear quarters and the side skirts are exactly the same. There's actually no difference in these parts. Let's talk about the rear of these cars. There are 4 differences between the two cars. The first is the ducktail rear spoiler. The second is the badging. The third is the gurney flap on the rear bumper, and the last part is the diffuser is completely redesigned, making the RS6 GT much more aggressive from the rear. For me, the front and the rear completely changes the character of these two cars. Before we get into mechanical differences, let me go through the interior, because they are vastly different, with much more tactile Alcantara in this one and much more leather in this one. Now, the most obvious difference between the two are the seats. This RS6 GT has carbon-backed bucket seats. These are bespoke for the GT and in bespoke materials with Alcantara, leather and red and bronze stitching, which is throughout the cabin. Whereas the RS6 Carbon Vorsprung has fully leather, heated and cooled seats, which are in a red honeycomb pattern, and these are fully electric, where the RS6 GT ones are manual seats and are lightweight. The RS6 GT door cards are completely Alcantara. The top section, the inlays and the armrests are all tactile Alcantara with its signature red and bronze stitching. The normal RS6 has leather in all areas except for the armrest and has red stitching. But the normal RS6 does have carbon fibre inlays, and personally I think that's better. So one retrofit we're going to do to our RS6 GT is custom carbon fibre inlays in a custom finish, so watch out for that. Moving on inside, the mats are bespoke for the RS6 GT. They say RS6 GT on them. Whilst we're on the subject, the door sills also say RS6 GT and the logo that projects from the door. The dashboards are different on both cars, with the RS6 GT having a fully Alcantara dashboard as well as the inlay, where the normal RS6 has a leather dashboard with a carbon inlay. Moving on to the centre console, they are actually the same, but the RS6 has its unique build number in the middle. You also get Alcantara to the armrest and the size of the centre console in its custom stitching. They're actually the same on both cars, just the stitching is different on the RS6 GT. Moving on to the driver's side of the car, the steering wheels are actually exactly the same. The only difference being the stitching, which is custom to the RS6 GT. One cool little cue, which is a little bit different, is it actually has its own theme, the RS6 GT. So if you go in the themes menu, you can have an RS6 GT theme, which actually brings up the car in the center screen and you can see it as you drive the car. Another cool little thing of the clocks are actually white in the RS6 GT, which is bespoke for the color combination of the car. One other difference is the seat belts. On the RS6 GT, they are completely red, while on the normal RS6, they are black with red pinstriping. The rear seats are also bespoke for the RS6 GT. The actual sculpture of the seats are the same on this occasion, unlike the front seats, but the combination of Alcantara leather and its bronze and red stitching really sets it apart. Both vehicles have Alcantara headlining with Alcantara pillar trims as well. So all in all, the RS6 GT is just a bit more of a motorsport inspired interior with more Alcantara and those really special carbon bucket seats, which are actually really, really comfortable. One difference between these two cars, which I actually prefer on the normal RS6, is the soft closed doors. The RS6 GT did not come with this feature, and I think it needs it with its heavy doors. Okay, let's get to the best part about these two cars, and that is the way they drive. They are completely different in character. The RS6 GT has a bespoke suspension system, which is its biggest difference. This is a three-way adjustable coilover, which is height, rebound, and compression adjustable, and it completely changes how this relatively heavy car handles on the road, making it feel much lighter and much more agile than it's supposed to be. You're going to see a clip now of the underside as well, which looks really, really cool. I think that combined with its lightweight ceramic brakes, lightweight wheels, lightweight front end, which obviously houses a heavy V8 underneath, and its lightweight bucket seats, really transform the way it drives. Another key difference is a rear differential. The rear differential in the RS6 GT is completely configured for the GT, and it sends so much more power to the back and feels much sharper, because one thing you need to remember with both cars is both have rear wheel steer. And this system on the RS6 GT is much more reactive than the normal RS6, making it feel smaller, more nimble, and feels like a proper fast road car. It absolutely shocks me how different they are to drive. It's also important to note that even though these two cars are actually the same power, the engine mapping on this and the gearbox mapping on this GT is bespoke for the GT, and it feels a bit sharper, a bit more punchy in the mid-range, and the gear shifts are more rifle-like. Another difference with these two cars is the exhaust system. The OPF back exhaust system on the RS6 GT is specific for the GT and has a little bit more rumble to it. So there you have it, there's the differences between an Audi RS6 Carbon Vorsprung and an Audi RS6 GT. Now, the GT is one of 60 in the UK and 660 in the world. Is it worth the £60,000 price tag for all that motorsport inspired parts? A carbon fibre front end, carbon fibre carbon buckets, Alcantara everywhere inside, bespoke wheels, bespoke suspension, bespoke rear diff, and this is a homage to the Audi 90 IMSA car. Would you pay £60,000 for a piece of Audi heritage? Let us know in the comments. And if you are looking for an RS6 GT, we actually have two. We're going to keep one for ourselves because we're really impressed by it, but the other one is for sale. So check it out on our website and let us know if you're interested. Also, if you are selling a Carbon Vorsprung RS6, also let us know because we are looking for more stock. Any other Audi RSs as well, hit us up in the DMs, in the comments, or contact us directly. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.